All right, it's the reality show aimed at giving viewers a raw look at how a drug rehab process actually works with celebrity patients like Daniel Baldwin, China Doll, and Brigitte Nielsen. Dr. Drew has his work cut out for him. Take a look.
It makes me so sad. I got to tell you that. I'm here to fight your disease, and right now the disease is winning.
Here's Dr. Drew with us. Welcome, Dr. Drew.
Appreciate it.
A very serious topic. I mean, a lot of people know you from Love Lines, but why did you have to take us inside the celebrity drug rehab process?
It was something that was being pitched around, and I really thought it would never happen. Those of us in the addiction field are getting sort of tired of people sort of talking about rehab, thinking they understand what they're talking about, and really having no idea what they're even talking about. A lot of sort of disdain tossed towards celebrities as though when they go and take care of this serious medical problem that they're somehow going to spa treatments or something goofy like that. The reality is that addiction is a dangerous medical condition. The people that we treat in this program have a worse prognosis than most cancer patients. The treatment process itself is grueling and intense, and we just thought it was time people took a good look at what this actually is.
Well, I think the misconception comes because you see celebrities going in and out of it, and it looks like it's, you know, some sort of spa facility.
Or people say it's some sort of publicity stunt. People are dying, and people are being made fun of because they have a medical problem. It's ridiculous.
Well, let's talk about the flip side of the coin. A lot of treatment facilities, it's all about confidentiality, and now this one, you're really sort of exposing us. What do you say to those critics who say that you're exploiting these people?
You know, the exploitation is going on day in, day out when we're all watching Britney unravel and die in front of our eyes. The reality is we wanted to do something positive and show what people ought to be doing with this disease and how serious the treatment process is. It's not for the faint-hearted. These 9 people courageously stood up and allowed us to document what it is that we do in the treatment process. Here's Brigitte, in fact, and Daniel Baldwin. The fact is that rehabilitation is not something you can describe in a verbal soundbite. It's different for every patient. It's an experiential-based process, experiences like this you're watching, that are opportunities for growth and development, detoxification, psychiatric management, biological processes, interpersonal experiences that are very intense that allow for us to focus on and manage this disease.
Well, what's interesting is that a lot of these people have already been on some reality shows. China Doll, for instance, Brigitte Nielsen, and we've seen them unravel. Why do you think they wanted to go through this process and maybe start trying to heal? You
have to sort of add each of them. They all had horrible trauma issues. They're all severe addicts. Most of them were at their end of their ropes and just ready to do something about it. Some of them were really down.
Well, speaking about really down, I mean, that would be Jeff Conway. I mean, I told you, I was like really just alarmed watching him.
Right now. He's
detox. I mean, he came into this facility. He said he admitted to doing coke. He admitted to drinking.
We gave them cameras before they came in. You'll see them actually doing their drugs. They actually document what they're doing. And yeah, it's tough. And you know, when I think Jessica Sierra has been in the news a lot lately, and people don't understand how could she possibly slip and have trouble. Well, the fact is, addiction is a chronic disease. It requires ongoing management. All of these people need ongoing care if they're going to stay sober. Somebody like Britney Spears, for instance, to be a month of inpatient, very much like what we did here, and then at least a year of residential treatment to follow that.
Well, we're showing the video of Britney Spears. Talk about Britney Spears. I mean, how critical is her situation?
We're watching somebody die. She is even with good treatment, like I said, even a month in a psychiatric hospital followed by 12 months in a residential chemical dependency program, her probability of a positive response is like 50-50. I mean, she has multiple diagnoses. Listen, in that footage you saw there, she was on what's called a 5150, which is a status reserve held against your will, status reserve for only the very most acutely ill psychiatric patients. So she met criteria for the most ill. Is literally she was in the intensive care unit.
Well, why did they let her go?
Well, when you go in, you're admitted against your will. If you wake up the next day and go, geez, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm not suicidal, or I don't think I'm Napoleon anymore. Then you are by law required to let them go. You can, in California, most in any state really, you can use drugs and alcohol till you die. That's within your rights. But you can't say, I'm going to kill myself, because then you hold somebody against their will.
I got to tell you, this celebrity rehab, it's disturbing, but it's also very cathartic and an inside look, and I think it's going to be a teaching tool for a lot of people.
Absolutely, and I think you need to see the whole spectrum of the show. People are transformed in treatment. You've only seen the beginning part, which is very intense and very medically oriented. People withdrawing, having horrible symptoms like Jeff we just saw.
It was just...
It's intense.
It's a little
I'm telling you, they are transformed in treatment. You'll be really impressed with the work they do.
Well, Dr. Drew, thank you so much for coming in, and we did learn a lot about this situation. You can catch Celebrity Rehab with Dr. Drew premiering tonight on VH1. Take it from me. It's incredibly interesting. Thank you.
Stuff. Doctor, thanks.
Up next on the CW 11 Morning News, brick by brick, step by step.
That's how some art is created, and with the most unlikely of materials.
I'm Julie Chang from